Alright guys, another warm day in Maine. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We've got a temperature of 86 degrees outside, but I was just told that we have another delivery that has just hit the wood yard, so we're going to go home, take a quick look at that. But before we do, God, Guns, and Sawdust podcast, July 4th, our first podcast will be going live. We will announce the time very soon. It will be streamed on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and podcast platforms. So you will be able to find it just about anywhere, and we will include all those details. And don't forget, Wood for Warriors event coming up. That's Labor Day weekend, Hickory, North Carolina. Hope to see you guys all there. For any of you that are interested, go to the Wood for Warriors page. I will put the link down below in the description, and let us know if you plan to attend or not. Alright guys, so we're out in the yard and we did get a delivery. And Gramp's been really busy here too, so looks like I got some more stacking to do. But I got some splitting and delivering to do first, so let me show you everything we got going on here. So Gramp was busy and he left a pretty good amount of rounds that are all going to need to be stacked up. Looks like he even did a little stacking himself, because that's the start of the 4th row. So I'll get that stacked a little bit later on, but let me spin you around here and I'll show you isn't that nice? Sorry to have some ADHD, but man, that's a nice looking stack of rounds. 50-foot long rows, guys. That is impressive. But look at that. Another load of wood. Ash, oak, maple, some cherry in there, a little bit of everything. So that's good. We'll use that. We'll put that to use for sure. I need some oak, some 16-inch oak for a restaurant order, so we can use some of this for that. They've got a new smoker and they're looking for some oak, so we'll take care of that for them, but we got to get split. So it's another hot day. I got my hat on. My hat is just like me. Hang on. It's a mission hat because we're on a mission. This will help to keep the sun out of my eyes and off my back a little bit. Maybe I'll move the canopy, but I don't think it's too bad today. There's a pretty good breeze, so we're going to do two 1-cord loads, get them put on the trailer, go deliver these. They're going just a half a mile down the road, so a nice close delivery. Get these two knocked off, and then maybe work on the roadside racks. We'll see. right, guys, there's the first one. It's warm. I ditched the hat. Couldn't do it anymore. It was dripping in my eyes too much. But one cord on. Let's go get this delivered. We'll come back. We'll do it again. What I'm doing right now is I'm separating the ash that's right here off to the side. We're going to use the ash for some of our bundle and restaurant wood. This dries faster. The rest of everything is going on to the all wood to get split. So we'll get the log lift filled. We'll fire this back up. We'll get something done because unfortunately it's not getting any colder. If anything, it's getting warmer still. So like I said, we'll separate the ash. The rest of it is going onto the splitter. Kevin's camping, so I'm trying to get some work done. And I got some stacking to do for Gramp after. We're busy right now. Got more wood delivered this morning, as you saw. Everything that's in our yard right now already is sold before it got here. And we need more, so we've got to make room. And that's my goal, is to get this wood that we're working on right here, this 12 cord load, out of here so they can drop another one. And then we'll work on the smaller load that they brought this morning. And just keep cycling back and forth as long as we can until some new stuff shows up to help us speed up our process. So I'm not going to bore you guys with watching me fill this. We'll come back in a minute. We'll do some splitting. So we need 9 of these log lifts full of logs right here, just like this, to get our cord of wood. So I've been trying to figure out how this works as I'm working by myself. 9 of these arm lifts is a cord. So this is number 1. We'll get this split. Might show you a couple more, talk to you for a minute, and then we'll show you the second one when we're done. We'll go deliver. Running at about a 1/3 throttle because there's no sense to run fast when it's just me, because all I'm doing is wasting fuel and wearing myself out. But I can tell you already, having this canopy overhead is a game changer. Much cooler already, so I'm glad that I went and got Richard and had him help me. He's getting ready to go to a NBA draft party with my wife for Cooper Flag. So if you guys have seen and watched the news, I'm sure you've heard of the Maine boy, Cooper Flag. He's projected to go number 1 in the draft for the NBA tonight. And they're going to go support the Maine crowd. And I'm going to stay behind and do our live, because we go live every Wednesday. So I'm going to check these mics in just a minute. After I do this, make sure this is working, because I don't know yet. I might be recording for no good reason, which would be a shame, but it wouldn't be the first time I've done it. So I'd really like to have a set of mics so that I could talk to you guys while we're working. And I know there's just something therapeutic about watching the wood go too, so I won't talk the whole time. I'll just get to work now. So now we can fill the log lift back up for number 2. So I verified that the mics are actually working, so that's a great thing. Now we can kind of talk and work at the same time. We've got 1 arm load on the trailer already. This will be number 2. Like I said, we're looking for 9 of these. 9 of these is going to be our cord. That'll finish our order for the day. It's hot. I'm not working terribly fast. The splitter's set up for a 2-man operation right now, like if Kevin or somebody was here to feed the log lift, because he'll be back tomorrow. I didn't want to set it up for a short term, just to have it get moved again tomorrow morning. So I'll work through it this way. We've already delivered 1 cord. The gentleman that dropped off the other load of wood that you guys saw in the beginning of the video has just texted me and said that he has more. So that will be good. Right now, it's been really wet up until these last couple of hot days. We've been struggling to get enough wood in. So that will definitely help us out. Super thankful for this all-wood log splitter. This has really been a game changer for our business. Even though we're only running it slow right now, you guys can see, as quick as I feed this thing, it just chews the wood up. It doesn't slow down, it doesn't care. And we run a lot of wood through a log splitter. So, you know, I need a splitter that's going to perform with the way that we run our business right now. And so far, we've got 200 to 300 cord through this, and it hasn't skipped a beat. I can look back for certain and see exactly how many cords, but it's a lot. Very rarely do you see it kick down into the second stage. That was a giant knot in that one. I slowed it down for a split second, a fraction of a second maybe. But it's a monster. It pushes right through whatever's there, and it's back waiting for the next round. So when people tell me that cycle time doesn't matter, it does. But there are other things to consider too. One of them is how durable is the machine. This machine here has, been very, very good. And I'm thankful that we found Bobby. It's a little different when you work by yourself with a big splitter like this. Much better suited for 2 people, but you can still do it. You just got to pay attention a little more. So I noticed the conveyor stopped. We shredded the drive belt for the conveyor. So we're going to hand load onto the bucket. The last couple of buckets, put it onto the dump trailer. We'll go deliver it. We'll come back and we'll go see if we can get a drive belt. I believe it's an A60. I thought I had an extra one, but apparently I don't. So that's going to hold us up. But luckily, got the tractor. So we'll just spend a little more time, get this situated and done, and get this 2-cord order finished. These hot days, it seems like everything takes just a little bit longer. I know I'm feeling the heat. I've drank 6 or 8 bottles of water just trying to do this small 2-cord order. And I say small. For a lot of people, a 2-cord order is a pretty good size order. For us, it's usually half a day. It's all perspective. And I think that's what I get lost with a lot of times when I say a little bit every day.
I mean that prospectively for those of you guys out there that are doing this. I know not everybody's going to do 5 cord in a day, nor would I expect that you are. That's a little big. Everybody's going to ask, why are we loading with the tractor? Watch the video and find out. This is not the way I wanted to do it, that's for sure. All right, guys, so there's another cord on the trailer. Let's go get this delivered. So it's deceptive, but we're up over the sides quite a bit. We only need to be to the top of the metal 12.5 feet back. So we got plenty of wood in there. I don't know what number water this is that I'm about to open, but I got to tell you right now, I don't think I can drink enough. It's warm, very warm, but we got to go try to find a belt and get it put on for tomorrow morning, because tomorrow is supposed to be much cooler. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees for a high, and we got 5 cord to try to get done tomorrow. And there's 2 cords, another order crossed off the list. Tomorrow we start a 5 cord order. Well, we're back in the truck in the AC and we're cooled down. I've called all the parts stores in town. Nobody has a A60 belt in stock, but we have 2 coming first thing tomorrow morning at our local Napa, so that will get us going again in the morning. So what I will do is I'll tell Kevin